Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. A very warm welcome to all of you. I am very excited to have you all on the 14th session of Bhagavad Gita from Success Mantras from Gita. Before we go ahead with today's session, I would like to remind you that in the last class we had made an announcement that those participants who would have taken up more than 11 quizzes or or completed 13 quizzes, their names will be announced at the end of today's session, and Sri Vrajakrishna Das ji will be praying for them. So we will have a time allotted after our session ends today to specifically mention the names of these participants who have completed more than 11 quizzes. So without any further delay, we will go ahead with today's session.
Oh, buddy, God.
पंखा वगैरह Hare Krishna. Should I start?
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna. So I'm very happy. Today is a special day of Ekadashi, and we are going to discuss a wonderful chapter, the 14th chapter, 3 modes of material nature. It is something very amazing, but we just have a recap what we learned last time. Last time we learned from the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, how in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 18 items of knowledge. So what is right knowledge and what is material knowledge, all that we saw, and we saw the 18 items of knowledge, how it brings peace in our life, how it brings happiness in our life, like qualities like humility, satisfaction, forgiveness, perception of evil of birth, old age, disease, and death, approaching a spiritual master, unalloyed devotional service to the Lord. And we saw how the transmigration of the soul happens in the last chapter. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic. Before we begin, I'll just tell a story from my life. It was some 18 years before, around 2004. I was a boy studying in engineering college, and I was going to my home. I was going in the train, and that time on a station, many 5, 6 young girls came, college girls, and they also sat in front of me. And they also had a reservation in that bogie. And I thought better not to be alone among so many girls, so I changed my seat. But my friend was telling, Are, you had such a good opportunity to enjoy, and you had changed the seat. Then after some time, I was thinking, Are, he should have some common sense how to see women with a great respect and not wanting to enjoy. But then I understood that it was a mode of passion, the mode of passion which makes a person do wrong things, even those things are not good for a person. Like we see many girls, they come in the jhasa of many young boys. They will elude them and they will go with them. They will leave their parents also, girls. And after marriage, they will realize, oh, what a mistake I did. I did not saw what the boy earns, how his family is, and other things. And later whole life they lament. So sometimes you'll see we will do action in our life over which we have to lament. And we said, wow, oh, I could not think calmly during that situation and I made a mistake. It is due to mode of passion. Sometimes we do not want to become angry, but anger comes. So, like this, many places, many things in our life, we do foolish mistakes or we are not able to control over ourselves why it is so. And how to deal with people who also don't have control over themselves. And therefore, this knowledge of the three modes is going to help very much today. So let us begin with this knowledge, three modes of material nature from Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 14. So you see here this puppet, this puppet show, these three girls, they are making the puppet dance. If you go the same way, these three modes. See, mode is what? Guna. Gun means rassi. In Hindi, we say gun is rassi. If a person is tied by rope, he is not free to act. Whatever way his ropes are, will take him, that way a person will act. The same way, the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, binds us. And many times, because of that, we may behave in a way that even we don't understand why we are behaving like this. So today, in the 14th chapter, what we are going to discuss, Mother Nature, how Krishna is a father and nature is our mother. Then 6 to 13th verse, we are going to learn how these three modes control us. And 14 to 20, destination in three modes. Where do you go? If you're in goodness, where do you go? If you're in passion, where do you go? If you're in ignorance, where do you go? And freedom from three modes. How to get freed from this three modes which controls our behavior. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Param Bhuya Pravakshyami Jnananam Jnanam Uttamam Yajyatva Munaya Sarve Param Siddhi Mito Gataha. The personality of Godhead said, Again I shall declare to you the supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, knowing which all the sages have attained the supreme perfection. So what knowledge we are going to discuss will give us supreme perfection if we know this knowledge of life. Saryonishu Kauntaya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasam Brahma Mahadyoni Bija Pradapitaha. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. So how to know that Lord is a seed-giving father? Like we say that the species of tiger is getting extinct. or there are many breeds of cows which have got extinct. So now, by genetic mutations, we cannot create a new breed. So it means originally that seed was given by Lord, and now it is lost, so we cannot create it. And that's how we understand Krishna is the father, is the ultimate father. Aham bija prada pita. So Lord Krishna is saying, I'm the father, and nature is the mother. So now we coming to our today's topic. There are three gunas which bind us: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So we all, throughout the day, see any place you take will be within three modes. Any food you take will be within these three modes. Any environment you take within three modes. The mentality of people you can put in three modes. It's a very scientific categorization of the whole world is this three modes. Like many times I would wonder, a person who had drunk completely, he's lying in a gutter. And you're telling you're suffering. He said, no, I am enjoying. He will not understand how it is. Because this person has gone so down in mode of ignorance that he's feeling that as happiness. Right? Same way, you may feel, like, what does people find happiness in smoking? They spoil their life, drinking liquor. So because if we are in goodness, we will wonder why people do bad things. इनको दूसरे को सता के क्या मजा मिलता है? Right? We may say like that. But people who are in ignorance, they will find pleasure by giving harm to other people. Isn't it? So this is how this world is in this world. So goodness means sukham and jnana, knowledge and happiness. So this is the characteristics of goodness. Wasn't a person goodness mein hai? He will not react. He will not become angry, right? And this person will talk in knowledge because he's in goodness. For example, scientist, philosopher, like people who are into research, they would be just happy doing their research because that gives research gives them great pleasure in their life, the knowledge they will look like. Then people who are big industrialists or work 12, 14 hours a day for earning a lot of money, this mode of passion. The attraction between boy and a girl is also in mode of passion. Like before marriage, you will see a boy and girl whole night they will be speaking with each other. Night 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, phone pe lage hue hain. Parents will say, "Beta, itna baat kyun kar rahe ho?" Still they will not do. And after boy and girl will get married, and then there will be fight between them. Right. So the mode of passion makes a person not understand the realities of this world, and then further he gets into trouble. And whereas you see the families which are in mode of goodness, husband and wife will have good understanding between each other. They will raise their children very nicely. And the families which are in mode of ignorance, they want so live in culture, living without marriage and just drinking alcohol. What is my dharma? Nothing is known, and acting completely opposite to what is stated in the scriptures is in mode of ignorance. Now, why this topic is so important? Because the whole Vedic culture is made in such a way that person come to mode of goodness and go beyond mode of goodness. So this topic is going to be, if you understand the simple knowledge, is going to be very much helpful in our life. And we are having nice exercises also, so wait for that. So Sattva-guna, mode of goodness. You see the photo of Rishi. Then Rajoguna, mode of passion, and Tamoguna, mode of ignorance. So mode of goodness, sense of happiness, and jnana, knowledge. So this is the characteristics of sukham and jnana, happiness and knowledge. The mode of goodness being purer than others is illuminating, will give nice ideas, and frees one from all sinful reaction. Person will not like to do sin. He will not like to do meat eating. He will not like to take intoxication. He will not harm others. So all these things, and he will not go for extramarital relationships. Those person who is in mode of goodness, he will have respect for women. So those situated in that mode become conditioned by a sense of happiness and knowledge. Now, mode of passion. Attraction between man and woman is characterized by mode of passion. So this whole world, if you see, is running by this mode of passion. How it creates an attraction between a boy or girl and man and woman, and then a person has to work so hard in this world. It's just all due to mode of passion. Or you see family prestige. People so much talk about अब हमारे बगल वालों ने एक we have a Maruti car, but beside our neighborhood, the people who are in our company, they have taken a BMW car. So I should also get some 15 lakh car, and for which I will take 10 lakh rupees ka loan. So because of maintaining social status, people work so hard. They will take so many loans, so many EMIs they will take just because of mode of passion. So there, so social prestige, attraction between boy and girl, and this is found binds a person, and person doesn't realize that why I'm working so hard, right? See, the family system is made by Lord Krishna only. Chaturvarnya Maya Shishna Guna Karma Vibhagasha. So when living in a family, person follows the rules and etiquettes given in the scriptures, then that is not binding to a person. That is dharma. That leads a person to spiritual realization. But when a person is not following the scriptures and get attracted by to enjoy in this world, he gets it happens due to mode of passion, and that degrades a person's intelligence. Another is Krishna, hankering for sense objects. He will want some things which are difficult to obtain, and Sangha longing for association of other people. The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings for son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to material fruitive actions. So why in Vedic time, person's karma is also not along with karma, person guna is also seen. That's why Krishna says guna karma vibhagasha. Now many times people may have karma, may not have guna. Guna means what is person inherent nature. Then mode of ignorance, nidra, sleep, alasya, laziness, pramad, madness. O son of Bharat, know that the mode of darkness, born of ignorance, is a delusion of all embodied living entities. The results of this mode are madness, indolence, and sleep, which binds the conditioned soul. So, person sleeping, act foolishly, will act opposite to what is given in the scriptures. Now, animals are in three modes. So, now can you write in the chat box which animal is in which mode? So this all three animals are in three different modes. So you have to write. See, now there are going to be many exercises for all of you. So please write. So please write which elephant is in which mode, tiger is in which mode, and the jackal is in which mode. So I'm waiting for your answer. Okay. So the right answer is that elephant is in the mode of goodness. Lion is in mode of passion. And jackal is in mode of ignorance. How? See, elephant is a very goodness living animal. Though he's very strong, but he will not charge upon you unnecessarily. He will not kill there. And his food is vegetarian food. He will just simply eat grass, do a lot of work. So that's why elephant is in mode of goodness. Now, whereas you see lion is in mode of passion. He, there, and he will go catch his prey, and even two lions can't live together. One lion will need his alone jungle. And jackal, she will take the food which is left by the lion. She will not eat its own prey. She will not do much hard work. Whatever is left remnant, that he will take. That is jackal. So now we may wonder that which mode am I situated in? So we can analyze and see the mode at work. So people, animals, plants, and times of day, food, places, thinking, feeling, willing, and acting, happiness and sadness, and sacrifice, austerity, charity, renunciation, knowledge, They're all in different moods. So let us see. So it's exercise for you. This is a family in three modes. So again, it's an exercise for you. So first is Dr. Ravi Shankar. He's a local MD doctor, very thoughtful, a qualified man, and known for his doing his job selflessly. So many times patients may come who may not have sufficient money. For poor patients, he will treat them freely. And he and his wife decided not to eat meat. And they also decided we will never get into extramarital relationships. We will be true to each other. And we will not eat meat, we will not do gamble, and intoxication is very far up because they've seen many of their patients suffering due to intoxication. And every day they spend time in praying to God. They spend time in nature, and they like countryside. They take care of their parents. So this is family number one. Now there's a family number two, John and Betty. They never got married. They lived together without marriage. John earns by peddling drugs. They sleep 10 to 12 hours a day, and they have decided that they do not want to be a part of any religion. And they will be watching TVs and drinking liquor and all these things they will spend. So this is family number two. Now family number three is Larry Smith. And so each morning Larry Smith gulps down breakfast in time to fight traffic to the office. And whole day dealing with different headaches. And he said, it's a hard job, but money is the honey. And whenever Mr. and Mrs. Smith have problems, they will embrace each other and all their problems gone. So, and they have a baby which they did not thought of. So this is the family of Smith, and they're always thinking of money and how to enjoy life, whether it may be at a very hard pace of life. So please write in the chat that which family is in goodness, which is in ignorance, and which is in passion. Yeah, sorry. So second is the example of ignorance. And the third example, third is except first is goodness. Ravi Shankar is in goodness. John and Betty is in ignorance. Why? Because they're sleepy. They do not follow any scripture relationship, any scriptural injunction. Therefore, don't follow their religion. And they never got married. So without marriage, they're living. So it's a completely a sign of mode of ignorance. And this Larry Smith is a sign of mode of passion. So I hope all of you have got it now. Okay, so now students in three modes. So here is a boy named Shaku. Somehow he comes to college, he's forced by his parents, and he comes and sleeps in the class. And during exams times, he takes some chits, open those chits, and somehow try copy and try to get pass. And is always lazy. Then there is a Ram. He's always attentive and regular in the class. He asks questions to his teacher whenever he has doubts. So he's very attentive, regular, and after coming also, he goes for play also and does his studies, he completes his homework the same day. And when good marks came to him, he said that it's all due to God's mercy that good marks have come. And when he got less marks, then it was told that, then he told, okay, I could not study hard, now I will work more harder. Lord wanted to make sure that I need to work more hard. And now there's a third person is Pinnu. So when Pinnu gets bored, he starts disturbing others in the class. He only studies a few days before the exams. So please tell which is in which mode, Shaku, Ram, and Pinnu. Okay, so many are giving right example. So Shekhar Joshi has given first ignorance, second goodness, third passion. So thank you, Shekhar. It's a right, it's a right answer. So many have given the same. Purushottam Rao and Ishit, Cherry Bob, Ishida Srivastava, Nivedita also given right answer. Yeah, Prem Lokesh also has given right action. Srivalli. So many of you have given right answer. I might not have taken 9. So thank you. So that means you're understanding this concept. So let's go further. Now, the actions are also in 3 modes. So action in goodness, passion, and ignorance. So see, there are many benefits coming in mode of goodness. So the actions we see, the action which is regulated, there's a discipline, and there is no attachment, not loving or hating it, no desire for foods. It's in goodness. And this is basically what Lord Krishna is saying to perform Nishkam Karma Yoga. That Arjuna, without thinking of success or failure, without worrying about gain or loss, you fight. So when we do our duty without not thinking of results, means we work hard for results, but we do not get bogged up by results. We do not get too much carried away by success or become morose when there is a failure. That kind of action is in mode of goodness. And what is in mode of passion? Great endeavor, done to satisfy senses and done out of false ego. कि मैं भी दिखा दूंगा मैं किसी से कम नहीं. So this is in mode of passion. What is in ignorance? Performed in illusion, no concern for future bondage, violence, distress to others. So this is all given in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, but I pull it here so that we can have more understanding. See, now it does not mean that passion is wrong. We need certainly some amount of passion also to do any work, but it should be guided by goodness. So enrich goodness, diminish passion means reduce passion and guided by goodness. And ignorance, curb ignorance. So remove ignorance in our life, diminish passion. Utilize the passion in a right way. We have a passion, so under guidance, we take the passion in the right way. And goodness, enrich goodness. So when you're performing any spiritual services, any spiritual thing, your goodness is increasing in life. Now, results of action in different modes. So when one acts in goodness, what happens? His purity increases, his piety increases, and he develops real knowledge. When a person works in passion, misery, oh, frustration, मैं ऐसा चाहता था पर ऐसा नहीं हुआ, तुमने मुझको ऐसा बोला, all this kind sign of misery. Then greed. The more a person wants enjoy. See, whenever we have lust, see, lust is born out of passion. Kamesha, krodesha, rajaguna, samodgana. So when lust is fulfilled, it turns to greed. That if I got one project, I want more and more. If I do not get it, I become frustrated. So either misery or greed. The result of ignorance is foolishness, madness, illusion. So now previously we talked the action in mode. Now the person who is performing, the worker. In goodness, no association with modes, without ego, great determination, enthusiasm, unwavering in success or failure. A worker in mode of passion is attached to fruits. He's always worried. मुझे क्या मिलेगा? मैं ये क्यों करूं? मुझे क्या मिलेगा ये करके? So always he's thinking. Mother will say, बेटा थोड़ा ये काम कर दे. मम्मी क्यों मेहनत कराती हो? So like that person will say, because of what I'm getting. And always desires to enjoy his fruits of his hard work. And that's why it said, if you give some charity, then what happens? You come to goodness because you are departing from your fruits. And that's why the words karmaneva adhikarishtu ma phaleshu kadachan. This verse, if we follow, we come to mode of goodness. Then person greedy, envious, impure. Ignorance, work against the Shastra, materialistic, obstinate, cheating, expert in insulting others. बात बात पे दूसरों को गाली देगा. Again he will criticize others. That is a mode of ignorance. That's why fault finding, criticizing others, even you see fault for good or in others, so better don't say it. Because the more we think of others' fault, more we insult others, more we are bringing ourselves in mode of ignorance. See, if we keep speaking other people's fault, you will see in some time those faults will come in us also. There. So we become what we associate with. So we associate with people who are in goodness, we come in goodness. We associate with people who are in passion, we come in passion. We come in association with people who are ignorance, we come into ignorance. And you know what is the secret of smart work? Like if you want to work less and get more results, the simple way is work in mode of goodness. Because mode of goodness, person mind is calm. So he can do many things easily. I will tell you one cab sailor story. So one cab sailor was there, and you would have heard the story of cab sailor. This cab sailor was there, and he was taking the cab in the jungle. And then he kept the bucket and he slept. And when he got up, he saw that the monkeys have taken all his caps, and all monkeys are wearing the cap one by one. Now, what do you think he can do? So you would have heard. So one response that he starts yelling at monkeys, "Bhago, bhago, bhago," and monkey ran away with the caps only. Response 2, he yelled, shout, "Oh, kya ho gaya? You know, my caps have gone," and doing nothing. But if he is smart, think with a cool mind, he will think that monkey are smart imitators, good imitators. So he took one cap and he wear the cap, monkeys also wear the cap, and then he removed the cap and put down. And monkeys also removed the cap down. So then he went and collected all the caps. So therefore, in any situation of life, there will be action in mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So in the first case, when he was yelling, taking a stick and running behind the monkeys, he was in passion. When he was yelling upon himself, that was in ignorance, simply criticizing himself and doing nothing. And in mode of goodness, what the monkey did, what the cab sailor did, he know monkeys are good imitators. He could think calmly. So when we work in mode of goodness, when problems come in our life, we can think calmly. We don't get affected by others' word. A lot of relationship problems happens when two people in mode of passion will come. So they will say something to each other and there will be a lot of fight. But if people are in mode of goodness, they have tolerance, they have forgiveness. All good qualities emerge from mode of goodness. So last time we saw that how good qualities come, the 18 items of knowledge. So this qualities develop in mode of goodness. So therefore, developing mode of goodness is an important factor, right? Coming from passion and ignorance to come to mode of goodness. So therefore, we need a mode of goodness lifestyle. Why it is said that no, get up early morning, early to rise, early to sleep, early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, and wise. Why? Because when you sleep early, you get up early. The early time before sunrise, the sunrise time is in mode of goodness. And before sunrise time is even beyond mode of goodness, it's in pure goodness. So when you get up that time, we are developing goodness. And if you chant the holy name of the Lord during that time, super goodness, right? If you read scriptures, you pray to God during that time, rising before sunrise. So one simple formula to come in mode of goodness, sacrifice your morning sleep, go early to bed, right? The night time is in mode of ignorance. Like while I was in college, I remember many of the boys will say, हमारा दिमाग रात के 9 बजे के बाद ही चलना चालू होता है. After 9 p.m. only we start, our mind start working. I was thinking why it is so. And people who are in goodness, they will find their mind will work very nicely morning 4:30, 5 o'clock, right? So those who are in goodness, they will find the morning time very convenient. Passionate people will find the daytime very convenient for any activity. And the people who are in ignorance, they will find time after 9 o'clock only in the night. And that's why a culture is coming, रात के 1-2 बजे सोना है, सुबह 7-8 बजे उठना है. And they're totally putting a person in mode of ignorance. So like I said, everything is in 3 modes. So time is also, so early morning time is in mode of goodness, daytime is in passion, nighttime is in ignorance. Same way there are foods. So foods we will discuss in the 17th chapter, that which kind of food we should eat, what kind of food we should not eat. So, see, it's not that only sannyasis and devotees can be in goodness. Even scientists and philosophers are also in goodness. So there may be scientists who may not be devotees of the Lord, but they like research, they like environment. And I gave the example of this Dr. Ravi Kumar, Dr. Ravi Shankar. So he just pray, but he may not be in goodness. But the people who are in goodness, they will find some connection with nature, some connection to know about God. That element you will find because their viveka is awakened, so they will ask questions. Okay, now we are coming the personality types. So what are the personality types? See, another thing that not a single person is not that he's always in goodness. Some person always in passion, some person always ignorance. Always a mixture of three modes is going on, right? So always a mixture of three modes is going in a person. And that is why somebody who is good, sometimes he may also behave very wrongly. Why? Because mode of ignorance will overtake that person. And he may mistake it foolishly, he may do something. So that's why you will not. So only in great souls you will find consistent mode of goodness, and how that also we will see. Okay, now let us discuss the personality types. So person who is sattvic is a noble person, man of perfection, love and compassion. So he will want perfection, just love everybody as a sattvic person. Then you see person in mode of passion, aggressive, full of selfish drive, drawn to active life. And tamasic is lazy, sensuous, and inactive. Now, person who is in combination of satoguna and rajoguna, he is assertive. He stands. He will take action also. He stands for principles and values. So he is guided by goodness, but does his word in passion. So leadership means that person is assertive. He stands for principles and values. That's a leader. Then you see person who is in सात्विक, he's very knave. He's good natured, but he's very knave. जल्दी से cheat हो जाता है. So that is a combination of goodness and ignorance. So you can see where we belongs to, and we can try to come in a right quadrant. So best quadrant is what? Assertive. It stands for principle and values. Nobody will able to cheat you. Still you will be in goodness. Still you can execute very much task. You can lead a group of people. So for being successful in life, we need a little combination of R and S, Rajogun and Satogun. Then person who is in Rajogun and Tamogun, like politicians. They want, not all politicians, but those politicians who want to exploit others. So wants others to work for him, prone to violence, right? So they will do violence, लोगों में लड़ाई करके अपना फायदा उठा लेंगे, like Britishers divide and rule policy. So they will make Hindu-Muslim fight and they will take the opportunities. And commoner, no guidance. जहां से भी influence आएगा, उधर चला जाएगा. So that person is a combination of the three. See, always three gunas will be present in a person. See, if there is no mode of ignorance, we will not get sleep in night. So people who have problem with sleep in night, their mode of ignorance is missing because we need mode of ignorance also to sleep in night. Same way we need mode of passion also to do some work. But our life should be guided by goodness. Prominently should be satoguna, right? So opportunities wants others to work for him. So now sattvic person like Mahatma Gandhi, or you see Mother Teresa. These people are like love and compassion. Many sages of the past, Valmiki. Then Rajasic, aggressive, full of selfish, drawn to active life, like many selfish kings who exploited. And assertive is Rajarshi. Like you know the story of Chandragupta Maurya, Chandragupta and Chanakya. So Chanakya was a person who was a minister of Chandragupta Maurya, and he will give good advice to Chandragupta Maurya. So one time when Chinese traveler came and asked where is Chanakya, then he said, okay, go to forest. And when he went to forest, then Chanakya immediately there was a lamp. He closed that lamp and put another lamp. And he asked why. He said the one lamp which I was using, it was running on the money of the state. And this is my personal lamp which runs on my own personal expenses. So because I'm meeting you personally, so it's my personal work. So therefore, I have stopped that lamp because that lamp was running on the money of the state. So I stopped that lamp and I'm using the another lamp. So when the Chinese traveler saw that this is a principle of Chanakya, then he understood that this is the reason why India is so perfectly growing in economy. This is 2000 years old story there. So what I mean to say, so Chandragupta Maurya was a Kshatriya in passion and Chanakya was in goodness. So because Chanakya was guiding Chandragupta Maurya, so he stand for principle. He became an assertive man, Rajarshi. And that way he could lead the whole society. So ideal leadership means assertiveness. So already there is so much passion, but cultivate some mode of goodness. See, commercial businessman, criminals, lawbreaker, learner, noble leadership with vision, political leader, and a trainee. Person who can be trained, who is common, right? So, okay. Now I'm going to tell you one more powerful explanation about the three modes. So when mode of passion is high, in this world, what will happen? Materialism will happen, population will explode. And when mode of passion becomes very high, and mode of ignorance also becomes very high, then the population, then a world war happens. Some of the white line is not shown in it, I'll correct, but the essence is what? In these modes are not controlling only individuals, only it is controlling the whole world. Devi Esha Gunmai Mammaya Durataya. And if the mode of ignorance becomes high, people start fighting with each other. That's what happens. And when the spirituality has to rise, then mode of goodness, which is actually it's white, but the invert color happen. So mode of goodness, which is white, that mode of goodness becomes very high, and both passion and ignorance goes down. Then people start taking rise interest in spirituality. Right now, during this Corona situation, what has happened? Passion has become low, ignorance has become high, and that's why Corona is increasing more. But people who are in goodness, they are taking advantage by coming nearer to God during this time. And people who are not in goodness, they are getting more frustrated because of fear. So what is up now? Okay, so we are talking so much about goodness, we should come to goodness, is very important. But you may ask, what is the problem in mode of goodness? Should we come out of mode of goodness also? Answer is yes. Now why? So why? Because see, if the mode of goodness also binds a person with conditions him with happiness and knowledge. So person thinks this world is also a good place to live, right? There is no problem with this world. And he doesn't want to see a person who is suffering in his life, he thinks, okay, better I should not come to this world again. This world is a miserable place. Like I was asking one person 2 years back, see, I'm planning that after this life we'll go back to God, so that we don't have to come to this world. He was telling, no, array, this life is so enjoyable, right? Again, we'll come and enjoy. After 2 years, some problem happened in his life. He is so much miserable he was, and he asked, he said, "Ab to main mukti chahta, I never want to come back to this world." So when people get some misery in life, they understand this material world is a place of misery, and I will not come it here again. And if they come to know the spiritual world, which we are going to discuss tomorrow's session, what happens in the spiritual world, can we really put faith in the spiritual world? Can we go to spiritual world? All these questions we are going to answer in tomorrow's session. So please attend tomorrow's session. It's going to be very special. So if a person knows about spiritual world, then he's good. But many of them, people don't know about spiritual world. They think, okay, again we can come. So even in mode of goodness, you again come and take birth. But the problem is, so what is the problem? So 14.10. Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the passion ignorance. Sometimes passion defeats goodness ignorance. Another time ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy. So even you come in goodness, it's not guaranteed you will remain in goodness always. You can do action in passion and ignorance and suffer and may do some sinful activity, and due to which one may go down. in life. Now the Arjuna is asking questions. Okay. So yeah, before that, also want to discuss what happens, what is the destination of a person in mode of goodness. Like when a person dies, according to his modes, he achieves different destination. So when a person is in mode of goodness, where it goes? He goes to heavenly planets or to the planets of sages. When a person dies in mode of passion or passionate person dies, he again comes back to earth. And when a person dies in ignorance, prominently ignorance, he takes birth in animal species. So our destination after this life depends upon the mode we cultivate. And if we cultivate mode of pure goodness, like goodness without tinge of ignorance and passion, then we can go to the spiritual world. The spiritual world is a place where there is no passion and ignorance. It is completely pure goodness. And there is no chance of committing sin in the spiritual world. So therefore, now Arjuna's question come, okay, Arjuna's question came, okay, what is the symptom of a person who is beyond the three modes? So why we want to go beyond the three modes? Because we want to go to the spiritual world, a liberated platform where there is no happiness and distress, person is not affected by honor and dishonor. So Arjuna is asking, oh Krishna, you are telling so much about the three modes. Now tell me the symptoms of the behavior of a person who is beyond the three modes. Now we talk so much about mode. See, that means that person is completely in goodness without getting into passion and ignorance. Pure goodness. That's called a person is beyond the three modes. Beyond the prakriti. Is not in the is not under the Maya Devi. Is under Devi Prakriti Ashrita. Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Devim Prakritim Ashrita. Is under Devi Prakriti. And second question Arjuna is asking to Krishna, how to go beyond the three. And you see lot answers that what is the symptom behavior person who is beyond the three modes? He is equal in happiness and distress. वो ज्यादा दुखी नहीं होगा, दुख भी आएगा कोई नहीं, भगवान की इच्छा है. Happiness आएगी कोई बात नहीं, भगवान का मर्जी है. Looks upon a lump of earth, a stone and a piece of gold with an equal eye. He is not greedy. उसका पैसा देख के दिमाग नहीं फिसल जाता. Is equal to what is desirable and undesirable. Okay, शुभ है या अशुभ है. Everything is Lord's mercy. Who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor. जी कोई आपको बहुत मान दे. Like I know my spiritual master was giving a class in Jagannath Puri in 2018, and 7,000 people were sitting on the ground and were hearing from him. Right? So much honor he got, and then he went to catch his flight to London. And in the Delhi airport, there was no place of, he didn't find a place of sitting on the chairs. So he sat on the ground. And when this photo came, and I was just thinking, here he was getting so much respect on the stage, 7,000 big industrialists, big people, they are sitting, right? Like you might have heard of Gaur Gopal Prabhu. So Gaur Gopal Prabhu is a disciple of our spiritual master. So then he was, such big people were attending his classes. But when he went to airport, he was living very simply, not worrying what people will think about me. So who treats alike both friend and enemy? Who has renounced all material activities? So treat friend and enemy equal. He will not have anybody as enemy. So such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. So this is a real sadhu. And it's not that only sadhus can do it. Anybody can do it who follow the process of devotional service. So next question of Arjuna is that how can I overcome the three modes of nature? So every one of us, all of you are attending the class today, including me, we all can come beyond these three modes. How? And it's not that we have to give up the things of this world. No. You can be what you are. If you're a housewife, be a housewife. If you're a software engineer, be a software engineer. But one thing we need to do. What? Mam chayo abhicharena bhakti yogena sevate saguna samatite tan brahmupaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. So, what is mean by full engaging, full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances? Like, if you feel, okay, now I will chant 1 round every day, then make it a practice. What will happen in your life? Unfailingly chant 1 round every day. So by doing this, you're beginning to overcome the 3 modes of nature. If you fix, okay, every Saturday, Sunday, I will give some time for cultivating spirituality, and you do it every week. So you're doing devotional service unfailing in all circumstances. You make a schedule. From tomorrow, I will get up early morning 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Do it every day, unfailing. So that way, slowly, you will find you will come beyond the 3 modes of material nature. And what will happen? We will attain the spiritual world. Even within this life, our consciousness will become spiritual consciousness, Vaikuntha consciousness. We will be behaving like people who are in the spiritual world. And that's what we are going to discuss more in detail tomorrow. And at last, you may question, are there people who have gone beyond the 3 modes? Yes. So Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, is any pastime you take, any activity you take was beyond the 3 modes. And that's why within such a short time of 12 years, he made such a significant change in the whole world. Now, in Russia, there are thousands of devotees, tens of thousands of devotees. Russia, where there was full communism, and they were practicing Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada went there just for 3 days, right? In America, who had never heard the word Krishna, name of Krishna, just by Srila Prabhupada association, they became devotees of Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada has done something which is unparalleled in the history of human race. The people who were from childhood, their mothers were drinking, their mothers were having all cigarette smoking, all habits. Such people who were taking drugs, they also got purified. Not everybody, some were great scholars, some were great renunciate also who came to Srila Prabhupada, and some of the people were like this also, right? So here you can see so many Prabhupada disciples around Srila Prabhupada. So all these people, also their behavior, their understanding, they have crossed the 3 modes of material nature. So for 1 2 people, I will tell you, like Bhakti Tirth Swami Maharaj, he got a cancer. But see, devotees may also get a disease. But how do devotees deal with the disease is different. So he got a cancer. And his last days, it was an excruciating pain. But he started to do kirtan. And such a absorbed kirtan he did, tears started coming in his eyes. And he was saying to his friend that I'm going to the spiritual world. And even his face was so blissful and smiling in the last days, though so much pain of cancer was there. And in the last breath, he said, oh, Srila Prabhupada has come to take me. I'm going to the spiritual world. So he was quite confident in his last days. So most of the people you see, they are very fearful in their last days, but these people, they were completely, into absorbed ecstasy. Then we have Sridhar Maharaj. The Sridhar Maharaj, he also got some kind of tumor in the stomach. So he came to Sridhar Mayapur. And after he came to Sridhar Mayapur, he said, now I don't worry. I'm at the abode of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he came. And his whole belly was like swollen. And doctor came to check up. And he made a joke of the doctor. Doctor, is it a boy or a girl? So he's in a pain situation. I'm going to die after some time, but he's quite jolly song. And the people who were coming, we will give some santana to Sridhar Maharaj because in the last days we'll give him some hope. When they see that he's so jolly, he's going to die after few days, and he's so jolly, they get completely checked out. What kind of person is this? So this happened to a devotee. He transcends the 3 modes, and he's not even fearful of death because he's going to spiritual world, the abode of the Lord. And it's not only Swamis are like that. So therefore I gave example of Yamuna Mataji. She was a lady disciple of Srila Prabhupada. With God consciousness, she left the body. Yamuna Mataji. She had done great services Pashya Prabhupada, she's saying beautiful sounds, completely absorbed in devotional service. And we have Sankarshan Das, Adhikari Prabhu. So he is a Grasta, so he may be Sheban-headed, but actually he is a Grasta, his wife, and he goes for preaching tours. And you hear his lecture. So much conviction he has in the holy name, so much there. So whoever we are, we can go beyond the three modes by taking shelter of the Lord, by chanting the holy names, until last breath practicing devotional service. Right? So now we see the conclusion. The three modes: goodness means knowledge and happiness, passion means hankering attachment, ignorance means sleep, foolishness, and mindless. Now, destination in three modes: goodness is upper planets, passion, earth, human beings, and ignorance, people go to lower species, animal species. How to overcome three modes? Simple. Engage in devotional service to Lord till last breath. Let's say you overcome three modes. So thank you very much. So now it's our time for chanting 54 Maha Mantras. And I'm getting good news that all of you are hearing. Last time we had that praying for all the devotees who are chanting every day. So I'm very thankful that you started chanting every day. So please continue it, chanting every day. So this is the whole purpose of Bhagavad Gita, Manmana Bhagavatam Adhyati Mam Namasko. That we remember Krishna, become a devotee of Krishna. And very simple of becoming a devotee of Krishna, chant the holy names of Krishna. So I hope you're ready with me for chanting. So we'll chant 54 times. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ishayana Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Ishayana Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ishagana Hare 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Gena, Ishagana Hare 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Gena, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Gena, Ishagana Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Gena, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for participating in this chanting.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much for your enlightening class, Prabhuji. The very intricate concept of the three modes of material nature you explained us in a way we can very well relate with it in our life. So now, before starting with the question and answer session that we will be having just after the announcements that we have now, I would like to make a few announcements. Firstly, that is, I request all of the participants who are hearing this program online to type Hare Krishna in the chat box in your YouTube and Facebook chat box, so we know how many of you and who all in specific are watching this program live. So please type Hare Krishna if you are watching this program live. Secondly, I request the organizers to share the screen, the PPT of those participants who have attempted more than 11 quizzes, as we had announced last time that we would be specifically praying for all those participants who have attended more than 11 quizzes or who have attended 13 quizzes completely. So we would like to recognize, appreciate these participants who have attempted 13 quizzes, which is all of the quizzes. I would like to announce their names now. They are Abhishek C, Adit Verma, Asha Sundar, Bhakti Radha Krishna Malankar, Chaitali Malankar, Chakresh, Chandra Prakash, Chetan Shivaram, Chitraranjan Baral, Dayanand Nanjundaya, Deepali, Devdas Kamath, Dhruv Piyush Shah, Dindu Soman, Divyaranjan Sahu, Dr. Ashwin Ashok Shete, Dr. Amrita Arjun Lad, Dr. Vaidya Yogesh B. Shinde, Gaurav Sanyal, Gayatri KS, Gnanendracharya KS, Gautam, Hariom Pandey, Hariharan M, Ishita Srivatsava, J. Manushree, Jadi Supriya, Jayaram HB, Jayanti Hariraj, Jyoti Vantagodi, Kamakshi Pari, Kiran Kumar BD, KN Srinivasarao, Lalita Banu, Lovesh Singhal, Meera Narayan, Miryala Venkata Narasimharao, N. Sahiti, N. Maunika, Nivedita Shivakumar Salgar, N. Vanita. Next slide, please. Omkar Radhakrishna, Payal, Praneeth Kiran Malik, Priyanka Giriraj, Purushottam Rao, R. Niranjani, Ramika Sri Krishnan, Rajesh L, Rashmi R, Ravin Garg, Rohini, Sahana L, Santosh Gaikwad, Saraswati, Satyam Nayak, Savitri S, Senthil Kumar G, Sheikh Jamir Basha, Rajesh Kumar Begun, Shantakumar Shivalingappa, Shekhar Joshi, Shivakumar Upadhyay, Shravana D. Rayala, Shreyas Goswami, Shivakumar, Saumi Bandopadhyay, Sridhar Ambati, Srihari S, Shrikant Guntupalli, Srivalli Venkoba Rao, Supriya Sehgal, Venkataramanan Senapati, Vignesh Seth, Vikas, Vishnu J, Y Maheshwara Rao. So these are the participants who have attended all the 13 quizzes. We would like to recognize and appreciate them. And now we have those participants who have attempted 11 or 12 quizzes. Their names are as follows: Nandish Pai, Abhilash, Aryashri Preeti Krishna, Bhumika, Mayank Chorada, Prashant SN, Rashmi, Shubham, Venkatachalam S, Raghav Kandakur, Rajesh Kumar Began, Ullas Suryavamshi, Anubhav Rod, Shreyas B. Joshi, Tarun Sai, Vivek Vashisht, Ansika Yadav, Mahabala Shetty, Nilima Sharma, Padmaja C, Palak Rastogi, Prakhar Tiwari, Priyanka R. Suraj Kumar, Shivapratap Baban Desai, R.V. Prithvi, and Shashank. So I request His Grace Sri Vrajakrishna Prabhuji to pray for all these participants who have attended more than 11 quizzes so that they may go ahead in spiritual life with great leaps and bounds.
So, Hare Krishna, I'm very grateful for all these participants to take part in this quizzes and take it seriously. And attending so many sessions, we have completed the 14 sessions today and 4 more are remaining. So you have done a very wonderful service, and just by one chapter of Bhagavad Gita every day, you are getting unbound from so many cycle of miseries and going towards the spiritual world, which is an abode of happiness. And this quiz is solving what if, see, when we are discussing the session, after some time we will forget. But when we go and attend the quiz, what happens? That points remain in our mind. And in fact, I could see there are many elderly ladies, Matajis like Gayatri, yes, and Vantoga. So many elderly ladies are also there who is participating. Many small children are also there, 14-year-old, Shara Goswami, Nilima Sharma, Rashmi R, Chakresh, Abhishek C, and 1-2 more boys are there. So they are also very regularly filling and asking many questions. And what to say of many the young boys and girls of engineering college, then many are working and many are housewives, many are married men going for work. And you're taking out time for attending this. I'm very, very thankful for all of you. And I'm very happy that many of you have started chanting with this. And I pray for all those who are attending quizzes, who are doing this, that may Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Radha Krishna Chandra, Gaur Nitai Shri Prabhupada bestow their blessings upon you, and you become more and more happy and more successful in your life. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. So we have 103 participants who have in total attempted more than 11 quizzes. And a very special announcement that I would like to make is that these 103 participants who have attempted more than 11 quizzes will be getting a special e-gift from us via mail. So please look forward. By 8:15, you will be getting a very wonderful e-gift from our Success Mantras from Bhagavad Gita team. And the quiz link for today's session will be going live at 8:15 today sharp. And one last thing is that we have almost come to the end of our course. We have 4 more sessions, after which the 18 session course of Bhagavad Gita will be ending. So we are very happy to have you all in this journey. Now I would like to ask questions that some of our attendees have asked, which are very wonderful and amazing. So we have a question from Meera N. So Prabhuji, she is asking that what to do with attachment. For example, we have our children, and suppose they are lazy and that they are not studying well. So automatically, as parents, we get angry at them. We have to correct them. So is it out of attachment, or how to get rid of attachment?
See, I also have a responsibility of training some young children, young boys, college boys in spiritual life. So I also face a kind of difficulties. Many times you say them and they will not hear, and then we become difficult. So I think once this question has come more to me, so what I found, like one time, one mother went to a sadhu that please tell my child not to eat sweet. And the sadhu said, come after 1 week, then I will tell. And for whole 1 week, the sadhu did not eat the sweet. And then when the next week the child came, sadhu said, don't eat sweet. And immediately child gave up the sweet. So if you find that children are doing naughty behavior and thing, first set up a good example. Example of compassion, example of love, and our own example of mode of goodness. This is the first thing. Now after that also children may not listen. Right? So this is first thing. Second thing, when you do, then we may find out what is like children's thinking. Have a talk with the children. A bit of where can we help you? Like what do you, rather than directly, scolding children, other thing, have a talk with children that why they are doing what they're doing, what is their understanding. So first hear from them without commenting about it. So there are ways by which you can take out what is there in my mind, or whom they may feel, your children may listen to somebody whom they think as a role model. If they explain them, then they may hear. So like this kind of different things you may do, that how without too much becoming angry upon children, without too much restricting them, we can reform them. And at the end of the day, we have to become detached. We can try our best and depend on Krishna, what the result is. So that way we can be peaceful while parenting children. That's what I say.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for this very wonderful advice. One of our friend is asking, if I lie just to cover my mistake and get back the situation in normal, so is it considered right or wrong?
It's in mode of ignorance, trying to hide our mistake. So one mistake has happened and I'm hiding it. So this cheating tendency is in mode of ignorance.
We have another question, Prabhuji. Can same person act in all the three modes, or is it that that person is constantly placed in one mode? Can you please explain this?
Lord Krishna himself says sometimes goodness is prominent, sometimes passion is prominent, sometimes ignorance. So it's a combination of different modes. So they also take many shapes. So 3 into 3, 9 combination they will make, 9 into 3, 27, and 27 into 3, 81. Till 81 combinations, these three modes can make, and 81 types of personalities can be there. So different people will have different combination. See, just like you see RYB के combination से पूरी paintings बन जाती है, right? Red, yellow, blue. All even our electronic items. See, you're seeing my photo. It's all made of RYB. So RYB के combination, so many things are happening. So same way nature का painting क्या है? Goodness, passion, ignorance. So like that, nature is painting, and so many manifestations are happening. So our personalities is a combination of all these three. So you are not seeing whole white right here. If you see whole white is one color, but you see a combination of colors. So same way combination of modes comes.
Thank you for this wonderful understanding about the colors and the modes. It really synced very well in our hearts, Prabhuji. We have another question by Chetan S. So Prabhuji, if we are trying to be in the mode of goodness, but sometimes we face criticism. So how to respond to criticism and still wanting to be in the mode of goodness?
The mode of goodness will help us to face criticism. See, it's not that we have to unnecessarily tolerate also criticism. People are insulting and we keep tolerating. Then one day what will happen, we may burst like a pressure cooker also. Hearing, and then it happens. So, see, till the time we come to that level there where we can tolerate criticism, we may actually go and communicate with people. देखो मैंने आपका क्या बिगाड़ा है जो आप मुझे ऐसा criticize कर रहे हो? What way you want me to improve? तो एक अच्छे से जाके communicate करो. If you feel that you cannot directly communicate, get communicated through somebody else. And this is something practical you may take. And even things are not working, then depend on Krishna. Okay, I would have criticized somebody, so he's giving me criticism. What can I do? Just don't pave back to this.
Thank you, Guruji. We have a very beautiful question from Sahiti Narasepalli. So she is asking, I have seen devotees raising their hands while praying to Lord Krishna. So what is the reason behind this? Can you explain, Guruji?
Draupadi was in difficulty. She was fine her sari before. But then when she raised her hand and completely depend on the Lord, oh Govinda, oh Krishna. And that time Krishna came and helped Draupadi. So raising our hand and calling for the Lord is a sign of surrender. Lord, I depend upon you. You please help me.
Thank you, Guruji. What happens to an ignorant person, a person who is placed in the mode of ignorance, but somehow takes to chanting of Hare Krishna? So will he fall to lower species?
No. So anybody who starts chanting Hare Krishna, he will get a human body next life. So that's so if you are going giving Bhagavad Gita to somebody, knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, giving chanting the holy name, that most likely that person will get a human form of life next life. So therefore, giving this Krishna consciousness to other people is the greatest good to the whole human society.
The chanting is our hope.
Yes.
So we have a question from Nilima Sharmaji.
But surely, if he is continuing his bad activity, thinking that chanting will counteract my bad activities, Lord will punish him if he doing it detrimental. Yes.
Nilima Sharmaji is asking, Prabhuji, you said about the mode of goodness, mode of ignorance, and mode of passion. But generally, people tell that Lord Vishnu is a bearer of mode of goodness, or Lord Shiva is a bearer of tamoguna, or Lord Brahma is a bearer of passion. So why is it that such?
They are controllers of the three modes. Yeah.
So how is it that even great personalities like Brahmaji and Lord Shivaji, are they placed under these three modes? Can you explain?
They are controlling the three modes. They are not placed under the modes. Like Lord Shiva is in charge of ignorance means destruction. So when the universe has to be destroyed, Lord Shiva will come and do and whole universe is destroyed. And Lord Vishnu is in charge of mode of goodness, which is Palan Karta. See, to create something easy, to destroy something easy, but to maintain something is not easy. And that's why the maintenance work is taken by Lord Vishnu. It represents mode of goodness. And Lord Brahma, mode of passion, creation. But though they are controller, but sometimes while creating, even that mode of passion may touch even Brahmaji also. And that's why there are prayers in Bhagavatam where Brahmaji is praying to Lord Vishnu to save him if he gets deflected during the mode of creation. He should not get touched by mode of passion. It's a good question. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So when we initially were put in this condition of material world, so how does Lord decide what kind of species we get? Because as you said, some species are in the mode of goodness, some are in the mode of ignorance, and some are in the mode of passion. So how can you explain the modes that were acting on us before we actually came to this material world in the first place?
Modes were not acting before we came to this world because these modes are only in the material world, not in the spiritual world. Only when we come to mental world, then we are placed under this modes.
But when we were firstly placed in this world, so
the
on
first
what basis?
species, on some scriptures say that the first species a person gets is of Brahma. Whole universe is created and it becomes Brahma. So there are many explanations to it. So Brahma is also Jiva. He is not Supreme Lord. He is a Jiva who is empowered to become a Brahma. But sometimes even no living entity capable of Brahma is there, then Lord will become a Brahma. And like that, there are many universes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Nilima Sharmaji has asked very wonderful question. So Prabhuji, you said that about many great saints, disciples of Srila Prabhupada, who had actually transcended the three modes. But how do we understand that even such great souls were inflicted by bodily elements? So can you please explain?
Yeah, see this body is not Amar, right? What is eternal is soul. So this body will have birth, disease, old age, and death. But soul doesn't have. So, but the soul, they have become liberated souls. Means what? They have no material desire, they have only desire to serve Krishna. So after giving up this body, Tekta Deham Punajanma Naiti Nameti Sarchana, they are going to Krishna. So see, generally we think, oh, somebody liberated soul means his body should become very effulgent. And if this body is matter, Matter will die in this world.
Yes.
See, this is the problem with Ravana and Hiranyakashipu. They were wanting to make this body mortal. And if this body cannot become mortal, it has to die. What you can make mortal is get your soul liberated from this mortal body. Then you are immortal.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for this wonderful understanding and for the wonderful session today. I once again thank all the participants, 103 participants who have enthusiastically participated in the quizzes. And we have 4 more sessions to go. So we are eagerly expecting you to tomorrow's session at 7 p.m. sharp. So thank you. And the quiz link for today's session has gone live. And I request those 103 participants who have completed the quizzes to keep a watch on their mailbox, because you will be receiving a special gift from us.
And if you want to know more about the spiritual world, please come tomorrow. It's going to be a great session tomorrow.
Thank you, one and all.